So I was asking the question, why the heck did they invite me to TEDMED? Since I'm a grocer. Come on, I don't know anything. All I know about prescription drugs is I don't take any and never plan on taking any. I don't know anything about medical devices. I do think that lung stuff was pretty cool. You know, they were squeezing the lung. And I was thinking maybe to bring up a basket full of fruit and then have people come up and squeeze the fruit. But they only gave me 15 minutes, and I've already squandered about 30 seconds. Let's get more serious. What I hope to do today is talk about three things. One is I want to persuade you, probably what you already know. America is sick, and we are rapidly getting sicker. Secondly, most of our illness is due to unhealthy diets and unhealthy lifestyles. And third, I'll talk a little bit about what Whole Foods is doing to try to solve these problems. So, first thing to see here is what's happened to our healthcare costs in the last 50 years. We've gone from about 4% of our GDP back in 1960 to close to 18% today. And with healthcare reform laws that I've seen, they're going to increase cost. So we're probably going to be over 20% within the next few years. I'm going to run through a bunch of slides really fast because I want you to appreciate how rapidly obesity has come into our country. We all know it, we see it, but this is going to show on a state-by-state basis, starting with 1990. 1991 was actually important because we had our first few states go over 15% obesity. Our first states in 1997 go over 20% obesity. By the way, I heard something about pandemics last night. This is a pandemic. By the way, it's the same states each time that tend to lead the way. It's fascinating. It's contagious. Our first state, good old Mississippi, goes over 25% obesity in 2001. It spreads. 2005, good old Mississippi, Louisiana, West Virginia, go over 30% obesity. Only one state, Colorado, remains under 20%. I'm sure they're going to fall in the next couple of years. We know diabetes correlates closely with obesity, so let's look at the diabetes trends. Here are the leading causes for death in the United States. First part of my talk is kind of depressing, I have to admit. Heart disease, leading killer. Combine that with stroke, and those two together make up about 40% of all deaths. Then we have cancer. And very interestingly, the third leading cause of death in the United States is medical care. I heard Nathan last night talk about how they're trying to solve the infection problems in hospitals. That's a serious problem, but a more serious problem is the drug deaths that occur from the pharmaceutical drugs people are ingesting in mixed combinations that lead to multiple deaths. We're all scared of cancer. We tend to think that strikes randomly. But the evidence indicates that actually cancer is more of a lifestyle disease. That diet, use of tobacco are the two biggest lifestyle contributors to cancer. And that approximately somewhere between 65 and 90% of cancers relate back to lifestyles and diet. Here's the culprit. Here's the lifestyle boogeyman. This is the standard American diet. If you were a diabolical, evil person and you decided that you wanted to destroy the health of the United States, you could not design a diet more suited for that task than what we actually have. In fact, in a conspiracy theory, possibly it was designed. But look at it, 62% of all the calories Americans eat come from processed and refined foods, 62%. That includes things like sugar, white flour, white pasta. It also includes all vegetable oils. 25.5% comes from animal foods, meat, dairy, fish, eggs, etc. Only 12.5% of the calories we consume in America come from whole plant foods. I would probably argue that you probably need to be 80 to 90%, or even 100% in whole plant foods. Of that 12.5%, about 40% of that is potatoes, probably one of the least healthy whole plant foods you can eat. And then about 50% of the potatoes are French fried potatoes. So it's actually even worse than it looks up here. Look at the soft drink consumption trend in the United States. It's unbelievable. Those are 12-ounce cans. So we're up to 600 12-ounce cans per capita. Since I don't drink any, somebody else is drinking 1,200. Cheese. We've gone from about 3 pounds per capita in 1915 to 32.3 pounds of cheese per capita. Americans are addicted to fat, sugar, salt, arguably high intakes of animal protein as well. Here's the good news. Lifestyle changes can make a huge difference. This is a self-created problem, and we have the capacity to heal it. The most preventable risk factors, unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, and tobacco use, are the most preventable risk factors. They account for, if we eliminated these 3 risk factors, we could eliminate about 80% of heart disease, strokes, and diabetes, and about 40% of all cancers. About 65% or more premature deaths could be completely prevented if we just change those 3 risk factors. Problem is, Americans don't do that, as these statistics here show. 4 healthy lifestyle characteristics. Have your body mass index be below 25. Eat 5 fruits and vegetables a day. I probably eat 15 or more. Regular physical activity, 30 minutes or more, 5 times a day, and don't smoke. Doesn't seem that difficult, does it? 3% of adult Americans do all of those. 3%. That's a picture of our first store 30 years ago. If you look really hard, I'm up there when I was young and still beautiful. We've decided that it's not enough just to sell healthy food because we have to deal with food addictions. People are addicted to their food choices. So we've made the decision we have to do more intensive education. So we are teaching what we call the 4 pillars of healthy eating. Eat whole foods, plant strong. Plant strong means you don't have to be a vegan. I'm a vegan, but you don't have to be a vegan to eat a healthy diet. But you probably need to get your animal food consumption probably down below about 10%. You don't have to be low fat, but it should be healthy fats, meaning fats that you get from whole plant foods such as nuts and seeds, avocados. And you want nutrient-dense foods, nutrient-dense per calorie. One of the things people don't understand is that by far the most nutrient-dense foods you can eat per calorie are fruits and vegetables. Not animal foods, which on a per calorie basis are the least nutrient-dense foods you can eat, other than refined foods such as sugar and white flour. We are now incenting our team members, our employees, to become healthier. We do blood tests in our stores for our team members. If you work for our company, you get a 20% discount. If you achieve certain objective health measurements in terms of your body mass index, not smoking, your blood pressure, and your cholesterol, we will give you additional discount cards. So it's a status thing. You can get a bronze card, a silver card, gold card, platinum card. Team members like to pull them out, show them off, show them to their friends. It's pretty cool. We had 7,555 team members qualify for additional discounts in the first year of our program this year I expect that to double in 2011. One of the most exciting things we're doing is what we call total health immersions. We're taking our most at-risk team members, those who are obese, those who have diabetes, those who have heart disease, those who have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. It's voluntary. We're not coercing anyone. But if they wish, they can go into a total health immersion, which lasts for anywhere from 5 to 10 days. And I am sort of blown away. We've been doing this for a year, and the results are unbelievable. We are going to publish the results. One of the problems with lifestyle medicine is it gets buried in the back of medical journals and nobody ever reads it. Well, Whole Foods is going to be a megaphone. We're going to put it out there. We're going to do press releases on it because it's possible the human body will heal fairly rapidly. It's amazing to me how quickly we've had people lose 100 pounds in 6 months. We've had type 2 diabetics go completely off their medication and be pronounced healed. We've seen heart disease reversed. It's the kind of work Dean Ornish, Caldwell Esselstyn, and individuals like that have been doing for years. We're now doing it with our team members. We put about 700 team members through it in the first year at a cost of about $1.5 million. It's been so successful, we believe it's going to reduce our healthcare costs for our company. We're doubling that investment for 2011 to $3 million. We'll put twice as many people through. Also, these team members come back, and they are missionaries for healthy eating and healthy lifestyle. They come back in. It's one thing for John Mackey to talk about it with our team members, but for somebody that weighs 350 pounds to lose 120 pounds in 6 months and go and begin to qualify for an incentive discount card with their cholesterol and blood pressure plummeting, going off all their medications, that speaks libraries beyond what I can speak and tell. This has been so successful that we're also going to introduce it to the public. We're taking this public in 2011. We're going to start promoting this in our stores, and we're going to begin to encourage people to go through one of these total health immersions. We're also doing wellness clubs. This is new. We're starting this in 2011 with 5 prototype stores, one in New York, one in Chicago, one in Princeton, New Jersey, one in Boston, and one in Oakland. Once we work out the business model, it's going to be like a health club where you pay an initiation fee. We're going to have affiliated doctors who do a lot of the teaching and the training. We will do blood tests. And we won't do therapeutic relationships with sick people in our stores from a liability standpoint risk, but we will have the affiliated doctors encouraged to work with people on a therapeutic level. We believe there's 4 things that need to happen if you want to make permanent lifestyle change. Although in telling somebody this, I've already gotten value out of TEDMED because I got a 5th reason now, 5th thing you need to do. First, you need to raise consciousness. For people to make a permanent lifestyle shift, they have to know the facts. Otherwise, they're just taking it on faith, and they'll fall back into their old patterns. Secondly, they must know their numbers. People like to see improvement. When you see your weight drop, when you see your cholesterol drop, when you see your blood pressure drop, that is reinforcing. So people need to know their numbers. Third, it's very difficult. Some are heroic individuals who can make shifts by themselves. Most cannot. Most people need to do it within community of support. So we're creating that community of support in our stores. We're going to have a community of people on a wellness journey that are sharing the same journey that you're sharing. Fourth, you got to make the food easy. Americans don't like to cook for the most part, although I did find Nathan's book fascinating because I do like to cook. You've got to make the food easy. You've got to make it easy for people to get the food that helps them to live the healthy lifestyles. We're also going to be teaching people about stress management, meditation, yoga, exercise. It's more than just diet. It's a healthy lifestyle. The more you change, the more you change. Something like that. We're at a crossroads in our society. We can continue to go down the road we've been going down, which is literally poisoning ourselves, and then trying to depend upon a medical system of surgery and drugs to solve the problem. America spent $234 billion on pharmaceutical drugs in 2008, up from $104 billion just 10 years before. We're not any healthier, we're sicker. It's the wrong road, it's the wrong strategy. The alternative is to create a lifestyle shift. The challenge I put to you is to raise your consciousness, become fully informed about the importance of healthy diet and lifestyle to your own well-being and your longevity, and then go out and begin to teach it. This revolution that needs to occur is going to occur from individuals like yourselves, making a commitment in your own lives, and then helping other people to have their own consciousness raised as well. That's what we're going to try to do at Whole Foods. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak, and I am now out of time.